Hello guys, Josh from C2000 here. I'm here for another part of Comic Book Carnage. First off, I want to start by saying the reason I'm doing this video a little differently is because past couple of weeks my mic has been weirding out on my computer, so I'm not using OBS or Fraps or anything on my computer at the moment. Because it's kind of weird. I'm having to record the audio for this on my phone, so hopefully it's a lot more clearer and it's a bit better quality for you guys. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the mic, but at the end of the day, it could end up meaning with me replacing my mic. So if the next few videos are done kind of like this, don't mind. It will be hopefully trying to be fixed soon. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, what I want to talk about today is Deathstroke issue 29, I believe. Actually, no, it's, hang on, let me check. I'll check these for you. Yeah, it's Deathstroke 29 and Red Hood and Outlaws 20. I'm pretty sure, because the next Deathstroke issue is Deathstroke 30. Yep, okay. Just check those numbers. Also, just letting you guys know, I've picked up issue 2 of Thrawn, volume 3 of the New 52 Deathstroke, and volume 3 of Death Note, or whatever you call manga volumes. I don't know. I'm just going to use the comic book term, make it simple. But I'm not going to be talking about those today. I'm mostly talking about the Red Hood and Outlaws and the Deathstroke issue, and just mostly how I love the direction one is going in, but I fucking despise the direction the other one is going in. And it's only been recently I've actually really started to hate what Deathstroke is doing. But I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to start positive. Let's talk about Red Hood and Outlaws. Now, I'm going to kind of overlay this over the gameplay. This was the cover that I bought it in the shop, and I'm like, oh my god, here we go, another filler issue. And when I was reading it, I was about ready to rip into it, because I'm thinking, like, this is gonna be shit. I can already tell. It's gonna be something stupid like Red Hood at a rock concert or something. Like, although in the hands of the right writer, that could actually be kind of cool. If you do it where it's like, I don't know, he's out of uniform and he's going with friends and something happens. Which causes him to don his outfit. But, as I said, with the right writer, that idea could be cool, but I'm just kind of thinking Lobdell, he's jumped the shark again. Oh dear, here we go. But the variant cover, is actually more accurate to what's in the book. I'm going to show the variant cover up now. It's got Bizarro doing kind of like the, America needs you kind of thing from the war posters, and it's like, hey, henchman, America hates you. Like, and it's, I think that's actually kind of cool. I wish I'd have seen that cover in the store. I definitely would have picked that up, because some of the covers I've picked up lately for Red Hood and Outlaws have been a bit meh. Whereas the cover I picked up for Deathstroke that I'll show in a moment, I actually prefer a lot more. But that's neither here nor there. The gameplay in the background is Arkham. I have some Red Hood gameplay, which I was actually pretty impressed with, actually, minus when it lagged out and I lost a combo. That pissed me off a bit. And I decided to get some Robin gameplay, because I haven't actually, like, used Robin properly yet. And also, I just thought it would be cool to kind of mix it up a bit, use some different characters. Anyway, what I was saying about Red Hood and Outlaws, it starts with this crime lord sleeping in his bed, and like he wakes up to see Jason sat at the end of it. And like, honestly, I love it when a Red Hood's written like this. Like, he puts the fear of God into criminals. Like, that's when he's written well, and like, you have those kind of, when the art can actually make it well, like, oh, like, you know, you're a bit like, you're like, you know, if I woke up and I saw that at the end of my bed, I'd be pretty scared. Like, you know, when the art does that, you're doing it right, okay? And then it kind of transitions, like, he's dealt with that, and he didn't kill the guy, it just knocked him out, and, like, you know, kind of sent him a message, because they're still doing this thing with like him following this promise to Batman, whereas in New 52 and Pre-52 he would have just turned around to Bruce and said, you know what, stuff your promises, I'm doing this my way. Which, that's kind of a little niggle I have with the series at the moment, but we'll see where they take it. It could end up being really cool, like, because you could have it build up to this storyline where he has to take a guy down for good, and Batman doesn't like it, and it kind of refuels the fire of the feud a little bit. Anyway, like, the issue actually kind of, like, it was really good. I actually really enjoyed it, because you've still got the vibe from the previous issue, where Artemis and Red Hood don't trust Bizarro. They know something's up. As a consequence of this, Jason actually follows Bizarro, because they meet up at a cafe, and Bizarro's like, oh, okay, nice seeing you two, but I need to go and sort something. I will be back. I'll go and do this. And he goes, and Jason tails him, and he gets to this place where he gets to this hotel, and Jason's like, well, this is definitely not where Bizarro said he was going to go. I ought to follow him in. Hits his chest piece, and whoom! Active camouflage. See, this is what I mean about, like, it jumping the shark a little bit, but hey-ho. I think Red Hood with active camouflage is kind of bullying, though, because he's already pretty good at staying undetected. If you need any further proof of that, read one of the last issues of New 52, Red Hood and Outlaws. Rose Wilson, a character who is supposed to be incredibly alert and even has a precognitive ability, sneaks up right behind her, places a gun to the back of her head. So, yeah, I kind of think active camouflage is overkill, but that's not really the point. The next thing is he goes into the hotel, and Bizarro has basically gathered all of Gotham's henchmen, and he fills the place up with toxic gas, because he believes that if he cuts off the supply of henchmen to the criminals in Gotham City, it will stem their madness, it will neuter their capability, which is actually a pretty credible argument. I must admit, he has kind of a good idea going there, even if it isn't the best thing in the world. And basically, Bizarro's like, Jason uncloaks, and he's like, Bizarro, look, this is not a good idea, trust me, I've been down this road, stop. Bizarro uses his Superman powers and gets rid of it all. And he's like, make no mistake, all of you, this is your last chance. And then Jason responds to that by saying, please tell me you were going to do that anyway, and you didn't just do that because you realised I was behind you. And kind of like, you have this moment where they don't trust each other. And if I'm very much mistaken, I'm pretty sure Artemis finds the chemicals that Bizarro is using to enhance his brain. And the imagery for this is very Lazarus Pit-like. And then it ends kind of with, I think it's either Bizarro himself or some kind of copy walking down the stairs holding a giant axe, saying, I wish you had not done that, Lady Artemis. And it's like, it just cuts there. And honestly, props for all of the cliffhangers on the past couple of issues. And I must admit, it's leading up to something big with Bizarro, and I'm really, really pumped. I want issue 30 right now in my hands, so I know what it is. No, not issue 30, issue 21. I want to know what's happening, and also, I think from the cover arts that I've seen on the website, Penguin's going to be coming up soon, so I don't know. Is Bizarro still going to be a member of the team, or not? But it'll be interesting to see what happens, that's for sure. Now, we've talked about the good, on to the less so good. Deathstroke. 29. Oh my god, what do I say about this one? Well... I absolutely hate what they've done with Rose. Like, they have simultaneously... Her character has simultaneously combusted in the last 3 issues. And it's just horrible. You're talking about probably one of my favourite characters from the Deathstroke series, all the Deathstroke series, and she was also in Titans. So she's probably one of my favourite characters from those series. And they basically just nuked all that was good about that character in 3 issues flat. And I honestly hope that they throw it under the bus and get rid of it after this issue, because this is supposed to be like the final Defiance issue. It even says Defiance Final, so hopefully all the garbage to do with that is gonna be squared away and gotten rid of, because the next thing we've got is a 6-part series, or a 6-part, I wouldn't say series, 6-part event with Batman versus Deathstroke. And I don't know what to expect from this. Is it going to cross over with the Batman books? Or is it going to be, like, just in the Deathstroke books? Or... I don't know what's happening. DC haven't explained this very well. It's just something that's cropped up out the blue. There was no prior warnings. There wasn't anything in the issue of Deathstroke before, like there was with Lazarus Contract, saying, oh, you have to buy this, this, and this, and this for Lazarus Contract. It's just... Next issue, start of a 6-part story, Batman vs. Deathstroke. And I'm like, okay, why is this happening? How is this happening? Whom is this happening? And, like, what issues do I have to bleeding buy to read this? Like, do I just buy Deathstroke, or do I buy Batman and Deathstroke? Because if so, if the latter is the case, I'm going to be pissed. Because that's the second time I'm going to have to have done that with Deathstroke. And it's not fun. It's annoying because I'm massively behind on Batman. So picking up single issues now is kind of redundant, but... Oh well. And also, to be honest, I read Batman in trade because it's not something I'm crazy about. Like, okay, the writer's good, and I believe it is the same guy that wrote Black Mirror. Is it Scott? I'm not entirely sure. I'm not going to commit to that statement. I'm not sure if it is Scott Snyder, but I'm not entirely sure. I think it's Scott something that's writing Batman and at the moment, and I'm not totally crazy on Batman at the minute. It's like, it's okay. I bought the first volume in trade, but I was too far behind to pick up issues. I bought the first volume in trade. I'm not too crazy about it. I've heard good things about Jokes and Riddles, but having to go out of my way to pick up Batman issues to understand Deathstroke is a bit annoying, and I honestly find that practice really, just disgusts me. It's annoying. Why do people have to keep doing this? Stop it. But, that's pretty much it, and like, if Deathstroke carries on down this road, I might drop it soon anyway, because there's a new Iron Man series coming out soon, next couple of months, because Marvel are having yet another relaunch, because they've realised injecting politics into their books isn't such a good idea, but hey ho, most fans could have told them that for free, and have been telling them that for free for years. Oh well, what can you do, eh? But, that's pretty much about it. I will have other videos on the other comics I've read soon, hopefully. One will be Thrawn. I will have Star Wars gameplay for that. Not sure, it'll probably either be Force Unleashed or KOTOR or something. I will find something to record for that, don't worry about it. But that about wraps it up for this video. I'm In summary, I'm really over the moon with what they're doing with Red Hood and Outlaws, minus one thing. And Deathstroke, I'm on the verge of dropping the book. Because it's just... The two characters I read that for primarily are Deathstroke and Bose, and they've just nuked one of those characters out of orbit. And also, the end of issue 29, Deathstroke is thrown in Arkham Asylum. And he was behaving like a raving lunatic, so I have no idea what the hell has happened to Slade. He's normally such a straight-edged character, straight-minded. Nothing phases him. I just, oh god, I don't know what to say about Deathstroke anymore. The series started off strong, Volume 1, Volume 2, but then when we got to about Twilight, it started going weird, and I'm like, okay, Twilight, yeah, that's just that storyline, right? And then Defiance came out, and I'm like, well, shit. I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to do an homage to Dark Titans. Okay, this could be cool. We have some characters like Jericho, Ravager, Deathstroke, on a team with characters like Kid Flash and the new Power Girl, which I've never actually seen before. She's supposed to be a New 52 creation. So I'm just thinking, like, okay, yeah, you could do something interesting with this. Like, you could have you could kind of have a clash of ideals here. Like, you could have Slade and Ravager that are very cynical, very violent. And you could have that idea kind of contrast with Kid Flash and Power Girl that are by-the-book heroes. Like, we're like, no, we don't kill, we don't do this, we don't do X, we don't do Y, we don't do Z. You know, and I'm just mad at Defiance because they could have done something really good with it, and there were inklings where they could have done, and it's... Honestly, just don't talk to me about Defiance or Twilight. Those two story arcs I could rant until I'm blue in the face, and I already kind of have. So, I'm gonna cut the video here. I'm gonna read Thrawn Volume 2, and then I will come back and I will... Not Volume 2, Issue 2, sorry. I will come back and I will talk about that.